Hey guys, look what I got. That's right, I got the Syma x5hw. It is an FPV quadcopter. It's got a hover function. It does flips. It does all sorts of amazing things. So let's open up the box and see what's going on inside. Alright guys, this is what comes inside the box. This also comes inside the box. I found this underneath that plastic container there. We've got the legs here, and they come pre-screwed right there. We've got our smartphone clip right there for our Wi-Fi, and we've also got the battery charger. Here is the radio. Here's our camera, our Wi-Fi camera. Got some spare props, got our prop guards, and our quadcopter right there. And now I am going to put the prop guards on and the legs on. Alright guys, this is what it looks like all put together. Got our prop guards on and our legs. And while we're looking down here, this is the FPV camera right here. Here is the antenna that sends the signal to our smartphone. And of course, this is the business end of the camera actually. This records the footage and or just sends the signal depending on how you have things set. And I think we're going to do a quick little comparison here. That way it'll give you a sense of the size of this. And we're going to do that right now. Alright, first up is the Cheerson CX10C. The world's smallest camera drone or quadcopter, multi-rotor, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, it's pretty small compared to this. Up next is the Blade Inductrix. A little bit bigger, not huge. Still fits on top of that, but it's still not as small as the Cheerson CX10C. Here we have the Blade Nano QX3D. See if we can set that on there. There we go. As you can see, a little bit bigger than the previous two options. Alright, here is the Syma x5SC. This is basically the same size as the Syma x5hw. It is basically the same thing. This is just the upgraded version with the FPV. It's got the altitude hold and a bunch of other cool upgrades. I still fly this thing often. I have flown it with a Mobius on it. I can't say enough good things about that, so I am really excited about this. And here we've got the Syma X8C Venture. This is a big boy. But you can also see that this is not that small, so it should handle wind quite well, just like the other one. And this one handles wind really well. So, alright guys, I'm going to go over some quick radio basics here. The first thing we're looking at here is high and low rates. You push this button up here to change from high to low rates. That's important because when it's windy, you're going to want to be in high rates. When the air is calm, low rates should probably be just fine, especially if you're doing just steady FPV flight. And if you want to do flips, all you do is push that button right there, and then push this button one of 4 ways, and the quad will flip that direction. Alright, one other very important thing for me to cover here is when you land. This is not like your typical quadcopter at this price point. Because of your altitude hold, which basically is a spring activated center for this throttle stick right here, when you land, you've got to push it, both these sticks, in to cut throttle in about a second. Now, you can just hold this down for 2 or 3 seconds when you're on the ground, but a lot can happen in 2 or 3 seconds. So my recommendation is to do this. Alright, so now we are going to fly this thing. For those of you wondering what the FPV looks like on this, that is a quick little look at what the camera feed shows. And here, this is the app within my iPhone. That red thing means you've got Wi-Fi signal. That folder is where the media files go. If you click on that button, it'll take a picture. If you click on that button, it will record video. Alright, here we go with our maiden flight. So what we do to communicate or connect with the quad, up, down, and then there we go. Wow, that's pretty cool. This actually flies quite nicely, guys. Look at that. Hands free right there. Hands free, guys. The altitude hold, actually pretty darn impressive. Pretty darn impressive, guys. Yep, altitude hold right there. It actually, the only thing I'm controlling is the backward and forward. That's it. And it's holding the altitude really, really well. I'm actually pretty surprised. I'm not doing anything, and for those of you with experience flying these things, you're probably really, really impressed right now. Wow, this is really cool, guys. Alright, let's test the yaw a little bit here. Yeah, it's pretty slow, but that's okay. Given FPV, you don't want to make yourself dizzy. So that's alright. I'm blown away. Really, this altitude hold has me thoroughly impressed, guys. I am really, really impressed. Look at that. Alright, so let's do a flip. Kind of a tight space to do a flip in here, but why not, right? It's a little tight in here to be doing flips, but I guess it will do them. And there you have it, guys. That is our maiden flight. Now the only thing that I see that will be tricky for beginners is to make both sticks go in when you land. But once you get that figured out and know that in your mind when you're trying to land, all other aspects of this quad are absolutely beginner friendly. Alright, so now we're going to do a little FPV action with what's left of the battery on this quad. I don't think I left much on there, so we'll have fun while it lasts. In fact, I'm going to show you right here. Alright, now we are going to land this. Our first FPV landing. Let's make it count. Perfect. And there we go.